What is going on, IF Warriors? So today we have another video on intermittent fasting, and this video is called Stop Doing This If You're Doing Intermittent Fasting. So she's going to talk on her one thing you should not do or you should stop doing. If you're doing intermittent fasting, you're seeing it's not working, this is her advice. Now, we're going to watch it, and then we're going to discuss. I've gotten a lot of comments. You guys don't want me pausing it and interrupting. So I'm going to try to play it, try not to pause it, and then we'll talk after. All right, here we go.
If you're doing intermittent fasting and it's not working, stop doing this one thing. The biggest mistakes I see with intermittent fasting is that women who are already under eating, when they go to try intermittent fasting, now they are grossly under eating. And ladies, I'm talking about under 1,200 calories. 1,200 calories is not even enough for a 3-year-old, for a toddler. And so what happens when you chronically undereat like that, you are absolutely slowing your metabolism down. So it's critical, whether or not you intermittent fast or not, it's critical that you get enough food to support your metabolism. And especially if you intermittent fast, pay attention to how much food you're getting.
Okay, so this was her advice for the number one thing that you should stop doing when intermittent fasting. And if you see that intermittent fasting is not working, this might be the issue. Normally the case is when intermittent fasting isn't working, it isn't that you are under eating, it's usually that you're actually overeating during your fast break period when you're actually eating. Studies show that the weight gain that happens with intermittent fasting happens when participants are eating ad libitum and they overeat their calories, not when they're under eating. Now, one thing I would say is the premise of the video is don't do this, or this is why intermittent fasting isn't working for you. But if somebody is already chronically under eating, they're already losing weight without intermittent fasting. So that person that she's targeting in terms of this video wouldn't have that question. They wouldn't question, why isn't it not working for me? Because they're already under eating, which means they're already losing weight, because that's how weight loss works, right? You're automatically going to lose weight when you're under eating. She's creating some sort of an audience member or viewer that is under eating, then also goes and does intermittent fasting and continues to undereat, and then asks why it's not working. They're already losing weight simply from undereating. Now, here's another thing. When people say that your metabolism is going to slow down, this is something that has been repeated over and over and over again and used as a tool to say, hey, look, be careful, because your metabolism is going to slow down if you do X, if you do Y. The truth is your metabolism will always slow down, because that is just the nature of metabolic adaptation, adaptive thermogenesis. Your body just adapts to the fact that you're losing weight. It doesn't matter how slowly you lose the weight or how fast you lose the weight. It will all be correlated within how much weight you lose. So if you lose 10 pounds, or if you lose 20 pounds, or if you lose 50 or 100 pounds, your metabolism will adjust accordingly depending on how much weight you have. Now you require less energy to move your own body around. Your body will notice that calories are being expended, or calories are being, you're at a net negative energy balance. Therefore, they have to try to preserve as much calories as they can, so they'll be efficient with your basal metabolic rate and the things that like your lungs and your heart and all those organs, brain and stuff, the energy that they require, they'll be efficient with moving that energy around. They'll try to make you eat a little bit more. They'll try to make you move a little bit less, give you like feelings of being lethargic and stuff like that. So your body metabolically, it will adapt no matter what. If you are aggressively low, it will adapt much quicker, simply because of the weight loss that's happening, not because of the individual calorie intake. Now, you definitely must make sure there are two coins two sides to the coin of like doing things wrong with intermittent fasting. You can undereat. That is very, very possible, but you can also overeat. You got to make sure that you're both not undereating nor are you overeating. Same thing that you have to do with any diet that exists in the world. For some reason, people want to pick intermittent fasting because it has the term fasting in it, and they want to make sure that that term gets fear-mongered for forever. They say, hey, well, with intermittent fasting, you got to make sure you don't undereat. But with every other diet where people have been undereating for years before intermittent fasting was in the public mainstream pop culture, that's okay, because those diets don't have the word fasting in it. Go ahead and do the Mediterranean diet and undereat, because there's no fasting word attached to that diet. Go ahead and do the DASH diet and maybe you could undereat, because there's no fasting word attached to that. For some reason, intermittent fasting is given a bad rap, and you can kind of feel the aggression from her, where it's like, I don't like intermittent fasting, but if you must do it, go ahead and do it, but don't undereat, because this is the thing that happened. It's like it's always a slight jab or attack at intermittent fasting, when in reality, you can undereat doing any other diet. You can undereat doing every single diet. And if you're going to lose weight, you must have an intervention to stop yourself from gaining weight or maintaining a weight that's overweight, right? So intermittent fasting is simply just a tool like all the others. It has its own individual benefits as well, but it is simply a tool. It is no different. You can be successful or not successful with it the same way you could be successful or not successful with other diets. But is this the thing that I would say to not do when intermittent fasting? The number one thing? No, I'll probably say the number one thing to not do when intermittent fasting is to overeat. In my opinion, is to overeat. That's actually something that could also be damaging for you, because one, you're packing in all of that food in a short amount of time, and you're going to continuously gain weight if your goal is to lose weight. If your goal is to lose weight and you've been gaining weight, eating less calories will definitely help you. But of course, you want to make sure that you are in a nutritionally beneficial and healthy range. All right. Hopefully this video has helped you guys. And of course, as always, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys in the next video, which was probably going to be tomorrow, because you know how we roll here on Fledge Fitness. Peace out.